Long ago, a peaceful river flowed through the heart of a vast forest, dividing the land into two very different worlds. On one side lived a beautiful and remarkably clever deer, admired by all the animals for his grace and intelligence, while on the opposite bank lurked a cunning crocodile whose sharp teeth and endless patience had made him the terror of the river. The crocodile had long dreamed of catching the deer, knowing that such a magnificent animal would make the finest meal he had ever tasted. But despite watching the river day after day, the deer was always too cautious to venture close enough. One sunny morning, while grazing near the water, the deer noticed a patch of bright red berries growing on the opposite shore. They looked ripe, juicy, and far more delicious than anything growing on his own side of the river. And the sight of them filled him with temptation. As he stared across the water, he sighed and said, "How I wish there were a safe way for me to cross this river." Yet he immediately remembered the crocodile waiting beneath the surface and thought, "If I try to swim across, I will surely become his next meal. There must be another way." Rather than giving in to fear or acting recklessly, the deer began thinking carefully until a clever idea suddenly came to mind. Standing safely on the riverbank, he called out to the crocodile and said, "Wonderful news! The king of the forest is holding a grand banquet tonight and has invited every crocodile in the river to attend." Hearing this, the crocodile became excited and asked, "Is that really true? We have been invited by the king?" The deer nodded enthusiastically and replied, "Yes, but before the banquet begins, the king has given me an important task. He wants to know exactly how many crocodiles live in this river, so I have been ordered to count each one of you. Please, gather all your friends and line up from one bank to the other, so I can count everyone properly." Proud and eager to impress the king, the crocodile immediately called out to all the others, and within minutes, dozens of crocodiles emerged from the water and formed a long line stretching across the river. The deer smiled and said, "Thank you for your cooperation. To make sure I count correctly, I will step on each of your backs as I count every crocodile one by one." Believing every word, the crocodiles happily agreed and promised, "Do not be afraid. None of us will harm you." With confidence and perfect balance, the deer leaped from the back of one crocodile to the next, calling out the numbers as he crossed the river. At last, he reached the opposite bank safely, where the delicious berries awaited him. Before running off into the forest, he turned back with a smile and called out, "Thank you for helping me cross the river. I only wanted the berries, not the banquet." The crocodiles immediately realized they had been deceived, but by then, the clever deer had already disappeared among the trees, leaving them frustrated, embarrassed, and unable to do anything but watch him enjoy the reward of his quick thinking. The moral of the story is that intelligence and presence of mind can often overcome dangers that strength alone cannot.